Well, most important thing first, this coaster, what should be under my coffee cup, actually fits exactly on my coffee cup to keep it warm. So that's cool. Alright, so here's what it is. I miss my children first. I miss my children. I want to see my children. What do I have that I can point with? I guess my finger is fine. Zoom in. It's like I said. See, I cut it. With the razor knife. And, oops, I got to focus here. There it is. The resistor, you can see, is partially covered up by the shrink tubing. And then the diode only is almost completely covered up. Or it's a light emitting diode. It's almost completely covered up by the shrink tubing. So the idea that I have, I'm going to uncover this and this completely. And then I have this here. Let me zoom out. Zoom out. How do I zoom out? Zoom out, I say. Oh, I gotta squeeze it to zoom out. That's weird. It's the opposite way. I would think. I split it down the middle. It's hard to do with one hand. I split it down the middle, see? Plus it's clear. So what I'm going to do is it's going to mount over the diode and over the light resistor. I need to zoom in again. And focus, please. There. So this is going to go over the diode, which will capture the light from the sides of the diode. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it a little bit further away instead of just touching right on the end of that. I'm going to keep it like, and I'll be able to see how far away. And then shrink wrap's going to go over top of that. And that's how I'm going to do that. And I'll show it to you when it's done. And it is going to play differently. It will react differently. It'll play differently. But as you can see, that's where I wouldn't say it's the problem because it was functioning, but it was very crushy. And, half of that problem was rolling back unity gain so far that it becomes like a ratio, which is exactly what is happening with the circuit. But in addition to that, this having to illuminate so brightly before it reacts, and when it finally does react, it's so sudden it just immediately crushes, because so little of that light bulb was showing and so little of that was uncovered. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to put them further apart. I'm going to use that tubing, and then I'm going to cover that tubing with shrink wrap, and that should do it. Yeah, that's going to be great.